Have you ever wondered why the honeymoon phase in a relationship feels so magical but doesn't last forever? Or why you sometimes feel like you're roommates rather than romantic partners? In this video, we're diving into the 5 stages of romantic love and how to be in them fully by learning how passion, intimacy, and commitment play different roles at each stage. You have got to stay tuned to learn why most relationships fail at the 3rd stage. And of course, stay tuned to learn what you can do to keep love alive at any of the stages of the relationship. If you don't know me, my name is Oliver and I'm a couples therapist in Los Angeles, and I love helping people grow great relationships and helping couples talk about love. Just last week, a couple I work with had an incredible breakthrough in their session when I showed them frameworks that I'm going to teach you in this video. It was like a light bulb went off when they realized where their relationship was going and what was happening. Now, because I love teaching and really like to provide an experiential component to what I do, throughout this video, I'm going to be asking you some questions to reflect on your own relationship. Feel free to pause the video, think about your answers, maybe jot them down, and let me know if you have any aha moments too. So let's start off by talking about Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love. It's a great framework for me to understand and explain the complex nature of love. He broke it down into 3 fundamental components: intimacy, passion, and commitment. This idea became popular in the 80s, but it is still super relevant and easy to understand because it uses a triangle to illustrate how these elements combine to create the full spectrum of love experiences, love types, relationship type. The 3 components fluctuate and vary along the course of any relationship and are also present to various degrees in all relationships. So depending on the quantity of each, they form different types of love, each with its unique characteristics and dynamics, which totally helps us explain experiences like platonic relationships to steamy affairs. So at the top of the triangle, we've got intimacy, and we describe that as feelings of closeness, connectedness, bondedness. It encompasses emotional closeness and a deep sense of sharing and support between partners. Intimacy leads us to feelings of warmth and trust and a deep understanding of one another. It forms the sort of emotional foundation of a healthy relationship. When a relationship is mainly or only filled with intimacy alone, it's often referred to as a liking. It means you've got this deep emotional connection and friendship with the person. You feel really comfortable sharing your innermost thoughts and feelings. You trust each other. You provide mutual support. There's a strong sense of warmth and closeness, but it will lack physical attraction, sexual desire that comes along with passion or long-term commitment. So passion refers to the physical attraction and sexual desires present in some relationship. It includes elements of romance, physical attraction, and general passion is the driving force that leads to physical closeness and is often characterized by really intense emotional states and a strong desire for the other person. When a relationship is dominated by passion alone, it's characterized though by infatuation. That's that love at first sight scenario where there's a strong physical and emotional attraction, but you've not developed intimacy or commitment. You're going to feel that overwhelming desire to be with another person, experience heightened excitement, and have frequent thoughts of dreams or fantasies about them. But this type of love can be fleeting, right? And it may not last very long without the development of intimacy and commitment. And commitment is the more cognitive aspect of love that involves the decision to maintain and nurture a relationship in the long. Is a conscious choice to stay with that partner through the good times and the bad times. And it's indicative of maybe the stability and durability of the relationship. But when a relationship is based only on commitment, it's often referred to as empty love. This type of relationship may occur in long-term marriages where the passion and intimacy has faded, but the partners remain together due to a sense of obligation or shared history. I think it requires a conscious decision to stay in that relationship, but without that emotional closeness of intimacy or the excitement of passion, that relationship may feel stagnant and quite unfulfilling. Now, because this is a spectrum, there's various things in between the 3 points of the triangle. If you're right in the middle of the triangle, we can think of this as non-love. It refers to a complete absence of intimacy, passion, and commitment. It's casual interactions with acquaintances where there's no emotional bond, remote or romantic interest. Companion love involves intimacy and commitment. Maybe you're forming a deep emotional bond and a long-term dedication to each other. So this type of love is common in marriages, long-term marriages, I should say, and close friends, where the initial passion has faded, but that supportive connection remains. Fatuous love is characterized by the combination of passion, commitment without intimacy. So this type of love often results from whirlwind romances where partners make quick and impulsive commitment driven by an intense physical attraction, but lack a deep emotional connection. I'm curious if any of these types of love describe your current relationship. Let me know in the comments if this is ringing true to you. The ultimate type of love is called consummate love, and it's the most complete form of love. It encompasses intimacy, passion, and commitment. It represents the ideal relationship where partners share a deep emotional bond, strong commitment, and they maintain that passion over time. So you might already be piecing together how these three components of love fit into stages of romantic relationship. Let me break down the heart framework. And as I do, think about which stage you think you are with your partner right now. Leave me a comment below if it makes sense. H is for honeymoon. It's filled with laughter, butterflies, and those long romantic nights. It's the stage of pure excitement and joy. This is obviously when passion is at its peak. It's characterized by those intense emotions, physical attraction, and intimacy should begin to develop as partners share more about themselves. And there's not much commitment, but you're probably starting to explore it once you figure out if you're compatible. At this stage, it's really important to focus on building strong emotional connection, being open about your feelings to lay that solid foundation for intimacy. E is for equilibrium. So at this stage, that anxiety and novelty is wearing off and things feel less intense. You might be at this stage if you have names for each other or have little rituals when you say hi. Passion is sort of stabilized. Intimacy is becoming a bit deeper as you become more comfortable and familiar with each other. And commitment should be starting to grow if you're seeing that potential for a long-term relationship. So at this stage, maintaining open communication, continuing to explore emotional experiences really help intimacy and will strengthen that desire for commitment. So A is for adjustment, and this is that critical third stage. The rose-tinted glasses will taken off. All those quirks, idiosyncrasies, and any red flags that you ignored are no longer hidden. And a decision has to be made as to whether you can tolerate how different your partner is or not. So at this stage, passion can fluctuate. Intimacy is tested as you start to reveal more about yourselves. And commitment is where it's all out. You have to decide whether you're going to commit to this relationship, work out your differences, or accept them. Focusing on effective conflict resolution, deciding whether you're going to commit to each other is going to be essential for navigating this phase. R is for reality. And you reach this stage if you can decide to live with your partner's quirks and differences and snoring. It means your love has kind of matured. Passion might be less intense, but will be more stable and enduring. Intimacy is going to be strong because you've worked through some stuff. And hopefully you will be talking about your acceptance of each other, no matter who they are. And that means the commitment is solidified as you've both decided to stay together despite your differences. It's really important, though, to continue nurturing intimacy and passion by engaging in shared activities, maintaining open communication, keeping things exciting. T is for teamwork. This is an evolution into a team where couples start building a shared vision for the future, whether that's a family, kid, home, community project. So in an ideal world, passion at this stage is balanced and integrated into the relationship, which contributes to a fulfilling partnership. Intimacy is at its highest. You really know each other because you're sharing that profound bond, mutual support. And that commitment piece is really high as you work towards common goals and a shared future. This is the stage where passion has the tendency to drop off. So it is really important to keep working at new experiences, showing appreciation for each other, bringing novelty into the bedroom, talking about fantasies and desires. You have to do that to keep this triangle fully balanced. So by understanding these 5 stages of romantic love and how intimacy, passion, and commitment play different roles, I'm hoping that you might be able to navigate your relationship with greater awareness and intention. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to my channel, and of course, leave me questions in the comments below. I love hearing from you, and we'll try and answer all the questions that I get.